we will discuss on Sony WI XB400 review. Sony WI XB400 sound a bit off, to put up mildly. Not only do they lack thousand was associated with the extra bass label, but the other areas are perceived in the way that makes songs sound funny. Bass less bass than expected. The bass is neutral. It's also far from basic compared to more neutral sounding Sony WF1000 XM4. They only have a few dB louder bass response that very unusual for extra bass headphones, which usually sound loaded with bass. Instead, Sony WI-XP400 put out a relatively impressive bass accuracy for the price, with good extension and just the right amount of rumble. Bass kicks are priced, preventing drum solos from getting built under the mix. I had no problem listening to a variety of amusing unusual tuning by Sony. This is very things get messy. The transition from high bass to mid range produced a more neutral sound which prevents the bass from loading the mids. However, Sony decided to raise the mid range around 2 kHz and then bring it back up the around 4.5 kilohertz that create a wide imbalance, making the sound feel muted and boxy, as if a large portion of the music is missing. Instrument they heard the most like details and prevents in the mix. Vocals also lack texture and sound a bit dry, treble, lacking some air and clarity, higher frequency and muted as well, as while the sample crashes have a good presence and decent texture. They like air. The mid treble dip between 5 to 10 kilohertz is too deep, taking away the clarity. Consistently, the treble sound does. Jumping on the soundstage is decent in the size and equal large in both width and depth. It's comparable to most in-ear headphones. The imaging is good with some blurry spot between the right left channel. So did Sony mess up its tuning during the testing? I have noticed that the 12 devices sound capable enough to deliver dynamic script sound that they be held back with default tuning. Thus, I don't know why Sony decided to butcher the WI XU400 and waste their potential. What is bottom line? At the current price of $28, they are still worth considering. However, dimeware are a better option if you care about the sound, comfort and profit. While the comfort is great, the earbuds neckband designs hurt the overall stability. You can use them for walking, but they are unusual for running. Sony WI-XB400 apparently only come with 3 sets of air tips, small, medium and large. No matter which air tip size you use, they all provide an equally tight seal. The wireless headset itself fits comfortably and don't create any hotspot. All air tip size provide a decent level of stability when moving around. However, earbuds starting seeding out of air as soon as start running or catching your head, that can happen quickly. That thankful the cable catches the flying air, but there are no fines or hooks to ensure a more stable fit. The reason of the instability are the cable and two bulky modules that bounce around uncontrollably. You can't slip the wire on your shirt or 18 it against your neck. Also, use something slide over your shoulders to get stuck under a shirt, pulling out of the birds when you try to turn your head. Therefore, Sony WIXB400 can't design for sports activity. They are only suitable for light walks and home use. Durability. While the overall build quality resembles other wireless earbuds, $50 that don't have any official IP rating, one flag makes them more to water damage, lowering their source score. The overall and build the most identical to Beats Flex. Both have a flat cable to prevent use two modules on each side and magnets to connect both earbuds. Furthermore, they lack an official IPX rating, meaning that even access sweet could potentially harm them. However, almost all birds use some kind of metallic or fabric mesh in the nozzle to protect the internals from debates, airbags, and sweat. Sony WX400 doesn't have a mesh. You can clearly see the travel through the nozzle, which is highly convincing. Why is it important? It means that the internal and exposure to all the above monetizing things that are encouraging and extending longevity. Even with careful use, you can export dust and air waste collecting in the nozzle and negatively and altering the sound quality. It's a shame Sony doesn't bother to protect the driver, of course, at the price of under $13. It won't hurt too much if they suddenly stop working. However, it still is necessary battery. The result of your battery test. The battery life of 11 hours to and 58 minutes for a short 12-15 hours to playtime. Still, you get a USB-C charging port and fast charging capability. On 50% volume, you can expect around 12 hours of battery life depending on usage. While that's still expected durations, it is 3 hours for of the Sony claims. Nevertheless, you will still get a full day or two or more battery out of this on WIXB400 without reaching for a charger, and when you need a charger, wireless earbuds off pretty fast. Features. The feature set is responsibly good for the price with multi-point support and reliable physical control. Sony WIX1 comes with a pretty standard set of features for the price, with the lighting being multi-point support for connecting multiple devices like other wireless earbuds. These two rely on physical buttons for playback control. Sony WI XB400 control play push single tap on the pause button answer and phone call single tap on power button raise the volume single tap on plus button lower volume single tap on minus button skip track hold the plus button for 15 seconds repeat track hold the minus button for 15 seconds. Unlike bit flags, you don't get the support for firmware update. Magnetic earbuds also can't push the playback then attract earphone quality. The call quality sound is improved over Sony WH-CH510 performance, but it's still great. To include, while Sony WX400 are fine for making emergency calls, try to avoid making regular call voice isolation. Sony earbuds are also decent when it comes to passive noise isolation. They pass through a good chunk and ambient noise, but it's fine as long you play music. Air tips on the Sony WX400 create a good seal between you and the outside noise. It's outstanding, but it will provide good isolation when listening to music during your daily commuting. The, how, the housing was tool vents to prevent the sound from getting. It helps to tighten with the bass. However, these events are bigger than usual, which could be where they will pass through more noise than other earbuds despite an otherwise good seal, meaning you can find earbud with the better noise isolation where wireless neckbands design and also means you will experience some noticeable thankfully and barely below noticeable and it doesn't interfere with the music so it should bother to you much.